looking for a song to ease my anxiety. I'm trying to calm my nerves. My Anxieties Have Anxieties on SoundCloud by Phantom Power. Perfect vibe. I'm in my car right now because I am waiting for the little girl that I nanny. I'm waiting for her right now. She's at her tutoring session. So I just figured I would be productive and film this video while I'm waiting for her. Today I am making a video about my coming out story. I'm gonna just start from the beginning, how old I was, when I came out, how I came out, who I came out to, stuff like that. My coming out experience was super easy and super mellow. It started, I guess, the first time I ever realized that I liked girls, I don't know, just how old are you when you first start having a crush? Like elementary school? I had a crush on a girl before I had a crush on a boy, so I was a little bit freaked out by that. And this is elementary school. Like, what's a crush when you're like 8 years old? Like, just wanting to like hold someone's hand on the playground? I don't know. It was super confusing being a girl, like thinking another girl was cute when I saw on TV and I saw like just relationships in real life mainly only be heterosexual. I did end up having a crush on a boy in elementary school too. Once that happened for me, it was kind of like a relief in my head. I was kind of just like, oh. And mind you, I'm so young, like this isn't all adding up. Like I didn't realize that like it was okay to like girls. So when I thought a boy was cute, I was really happy that I had that feeling, because then I felt like I was normal. When I got to middle school and my friends and I started like developing like crushes and we would talk about it, I never ever talked about a crush that I might have had on a girl, because none of my other friends verbalized those feelings as well. Like it was never talked about, so I thought I was the only one, and I thought it was weird for me to feel that way. I feel like it was easier for me being bisexual because I didn't have to pretend to like a boy to cover up the fact that I liked girls. If that, I don't know if that makes sense at all. Around high school time, that's when I started like acknowledging and sharing my feelings for girls. I'll tell you guys about that in a minute. And obviously I was still super young. Middle school, I was like what, 12, 13 years old. So not that it's okay to not fully accept yourself, but it's understandable not to fully accept yourself, especially like in the process of finding yourself out. Like I just said, as I got to high school, that's when I became more comfortable. Like my later years in high school, that's when I became more comfortable in letting it be known who I was. My freshman year of high school, there was no way in hell I was coming out, because the biggest reason was because I went to a private Christian school and I was scared as shit to come out while going to that school. I didn't want to like be kicked out of my school essentially, or the people at my school to make fun of me because I liked girls. I just remember there was like a rumor that there was a boy, he was a little bit older than I, and there was a rumor going around that he was gay. And I don't know if he's actually gay, literally didn't even know this guy, but the way people were talking about him just because they assumed he was gay literally was so sickening. It's always been bizarre to me to judge people for things that you don't understand, or to judge people for differences. Like every single person on this planet is different, so why not just accept that people can be different? You don't have to agree or whatever, but just let people live their life. So also my freshman year, I was in such a low point mentally that I literally would not have been able to like handle the criticism, or I would not have been able to handle it at all at that point if I had came out and had gotten backlash for it. Like I would have lost my mind for sure. Actually, I already was losing my mind, but sophomore year of high school, this was when I first ever came out to somebody, but I didn't come out to everybody. I switched schools and I started going to a public school. It was talked about more. Like I knew gay people and bisexual people at my school. I was just super shy and super insecure at the time and super private about that part of my life. So that's when I turned to Tumblr and I started just like venting on Tumblr, because nobody from, I mean, maybe a few people from my school had my Tumblr, but nobody really knew my Tumblr. There was this one girl at my school that we kind of developed a friendship, and she was the only person face to face in person that I had talked to about my sexuality, and she confided in me about her sexuality as well. And we were the only two people that knew that each other was into girls. As a little bit of advice, if you are in the process of like finding out who you like, who you are, what you like, stuff like that, it's nice having somebody to do it with that's kind of in a similar position, because it's not as intimidating and it feels like you guys really understand each other. None of my family knew at that time that I liked girls. Even my best friend didn't know. And I knew in my head that they would not have a problem with it at all. For some reason, I thought that they would kind of discredit my feelings or downplay my feelings, because, and this is so weird, and I'm just gonna say it and be honest, because there could be another human being watching this video that is feeling the same way, and maybe by me talking about it, it could make it easier for them. For some reason, my cousin is a lesbian, and I thought that because my cousin is a lesbian, I couldn't also be into girls. I thought that because being gay already is so rare that there could no way be two family members that were gay or in that community, in the LGBT community. And I don't know why, like, nobody ever told me that. I don't even remember ever seeing anything like saying that it was, I don't know, for some reason I just told myself like I can't feel this way because she already feels that way. That was like one of the hardest things for me to overcome, and to like tell myself like I'm allowed to have these feelings too. My senior year was when I fully came out to everybody, my family, all my friends, and to social media. But I didn't really like have a coming out like, hey, I'm into girls. Literally, I started talking to my ex-girlfriend. She wasn't my girlfriend at the time. We just started talking, and that's how people found out that I liked girls. I never announced it, and I'm really happy with the way that played out, because I didn't really feel like I had to explain myself to anyone. If anyone wanted to know, they knew, you know? I still have family members that I don't think that they know, or if they do, we just haven't talked about it. I don't know why. I just never felt like I had to sit down with any of my friends or any of my family members and give them this speech about me liking girls. If anybody wants or needs to do that, then do it. Literally every person is different, and this is just what worked for me. This is what I felt most comfortable doing. When my ex and I started talking, we kind of like, it was kind of just known on social media, and that's how people on social media found out. My friends found out through social media pretty much, but like my closest friends, we did have conversations about it briefly because they asked about her. One of my really good friends from high school, she was sleeping over, and I was showing her the girl who I was talking to, I was showing her photos of her, like, hey, isn't this girl so cute, whatever. My mom wasn't home like while I was showing her this, and we were drinking. I know we were underage, it was stupid, don't condone it, like, but we were drinking. And by the time my mom got home, I think the alcohol like built my confidence a little bit. So I was like, Mom, guess what? Look at this girl that I'm talking to. Like, isn't she so pretty? And literally, she did not care at all about the fact that I liked girls. She was just pissed that I was drinking, which makes sense. I was underage. I'm not saying get drunk to tell your parents or to tell anybody that you're gay, but like, that's what happened. And a few weeks after I told my mom, I ended up just texting my dad, and literally all I said was, hey, just want to let you know I like girls. I texted him, didn't even call the man, didn't even like, and he was like, okay, cool. Literally the following, like within a few days after me telling my dad, we were at dinner one night, and I think just to make me feel comfortable and to let me know that he like loves me no matter what, he literally was joking around, and he was like, oh, that waitress is pretty cute, you should see if you can get her number. And I was like, oh my god, like, Dad, I was like freaking out. Those are like the two people, my mom and my dad, like that I actually like directly told, but it wasn't like a big story or a big like long like scenario. It was really quick, to the point, whatever. There are a few people in my family that don't support me in this, but I haven't lost any relationships, like any of my, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I know that some of my family members, like I said, don't support it, but they still love me and still love me as much as they can, and that's all I can ask for, you know? So I can't change anybody else, just like nobody else can change me. A few friends just throughout the years that have found out have, I don't know, maybe felt uncomfortable by it or something, but I have lost a few friends to it. But I mean, if I've lost anybody due to who I love, then it's not really a loss. One of the first things that I would try to come to terms with before coming out is just knowing yourself, because if you're 100% confident in who you are and what you are, then I feel like it'll be easier not to let other people's opinions attack your vision of yourself. I hope that my coming out experience and story can, one, inspire other people to be more comfortable and more accepting with who they are. I feel like over the years that's what I struggled with the most, was just my self-acceptance. And I also hope that this video can show that there's so many multiple outcomes that can come out from coming out. I feel like so many people are scared to come out because there's a lot of negative reactions, but I feel so strongly that there's just as many positive reactions. There are good people who love and support the LGBT community, and it doesn't have to be direct family or direct friends. No matter what, there's always going to be somebody who is there for you, who understands you, who will support you and love you. You can choose who you allow in your life. For the people who don't have the outcome that I had, just know that you're not stuck in that environment. You're not stuck around people who don't support you. I don't know what happened the other day. I don't know if my camera died or if it just stopped recording, but I just finished editing up until this point in the video, and that's all the footage that I have. So here we are, different day, different place. I was pretty much finished with whatever I was saying, but right now I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please thumbs it up if you liked it. You guys have a great day, and I'll catch you later. Bye.